All right, welcome back to the DGreen Sportscast. This is episode 2. Welcome if it's your first time here. Today I'm just going to cover one topic. I want to talk about why I think that college athletes should be paid in certain cases. My short answer is yes, they should be paid, but a lot to go over. My first thing is that these college athletes, most of the time, when we think of these full scholarships for athletes, we just think of football, sometimes basketball, maybe baseball, but it's not just football players. So if the NCAA decides to pay athletes, D1 athletes, they would have to do it for every sport. So executing that would be incredibly difficult. Now, with that being said, these players have 12-hour days. They go to school in the morning and afternoon, and then right after school they go to practice, and then by the time practice is over it's like nighttime and they're expected to do all this homework. So I don't see how like an athlete having this full day and having to do all this homework is expected to afford anything at all. Like just having enough money every week just to be a college kid, like eat food, go out sometimes, just your basic general needs as a college kid. So I understand they get a full scholarship. I'm going to say that again. I understand that a lot of these players get full scholarships. I only don't think it's enough for that time management reason I just said a minute ago. My other big reason is that the amount of money that these football teams or basketball teams or even baseball teams bring into these universities is unbelievably huge compared to the small amount that the NCAA would need to help supplement these players just living a regular college kid's life. So I feel that these players should be paid, these D1 football players or D1 whatever sport they play, their whole day is taken up, so they don't have any time to get a job and make money. So I feel that they should get an allowance of roughly $100 a week, which I think is the perfect amount to afford food and whatever else you might need. All the basics, just the basics, nothing crazy. So the only issue, well, I'll touch on that in a minute. My example, though, I wanted to talk about jersey sales. So I go to the University of Penn State. You might have heard of Saquon Barkley, our running back. The dude is unbelievable. He got 450 all-purpose yards in one game. Like, who does that? This dude's going to win the Heisman Trophy. So the amount of jerseys, of his jerseys that are sold and the amount of money that is made off of that, it's one guy, and he's a college student, is unbelievably huge. And guess what? He sees $0 of that. I understand he's going to the NFL. I understand he gets a full scholarship, but unless he's getting money illegally under the table, then I don't see how he can afford anything at all. Food, books, all that stuff. So I feel that these players should get a $100 allowance per week or something in that ballpark. I feel it would solve a lot. But as far as executing that, the NCAA paying players, they would have to make it fair, which means they would have to pay every D1 player in every sport. And I don't know if that's even close to feasible. But I mean, never say never. So that's how I feel on that. Let me know if you have any opinions, how you feel about it. Definitely leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. You're sleeping on that if you haven't. Episode 3 is coming soon, and I hope you enjoyed episode 2.